Controlled Chaos here, and I have some really exciting news for you guys. NCSoft and the Homecoming server have come to a licensing agreement, and Homecoming has made an announcement. Link in the description down below, but I'm going to go over everything and what it means for you guys. So first, the Homecoming team wants to thank everyone for their years of patience in the past, and they're excited that the wait and time in doing this has paid off, and that NCSoft has officially granted Homecoming a license to host City of Heroes. Now, we don't know everything that's in this license agreement, and we may not know everything, and they're going to be giving information out as things come about in the next coming months. However, here is some details of what we can know right now. Your account and characters are safe. The development of the game is going to continue on, and Homecoming will continue to be free. So there's not going to be a monthly service charge, no monetization done or anything like that. However, they will continue to raise funds through donations to pay for server costs and a few other things, which I will cover later. There are a few Q&A questions that they have put up that have answers to them, and I'm going to go over those with you guys right now. What kind of deal is this? What does this mean for Homecoming? What they state is that Homecoming has been granted a license to operate the City Heroes server and further develop the game, subject to conditions and limitations under the contract. What those conditions and limitations are, we don't know, because that is between them and NCSoft, and NCSoft still owns the rights to the intellectual property of City of Heroes. Next is, will Homecoming remain free and donation funded? Homecoming says, we currently don't forecast any changes to fundraising model, as Homecoming is not required to pay any upfront recurring licenses fees. And they're going to keep things in check and see how things move forward in the community to see what happens to keep the servers online. And they're wondering if there's any financial implications for this. The answer to that is yes. Anticipate that their overheads will increase slightly to keep up with their license. And in the short term, there will be an increase to donation target in order to build up disaster recovery funds. So I guess that's probably something put in the contract that they could put in, or something that Homecoming wants to do, which I think is a great thing, to have disaster recovery funds to help people out in disasters. And it's only going to go up about 30% for what they're normally expecting. But they're also now free to look for alternative host options. Now that they have this license, they may be able to get better hosting and things like that. Costs on that may go up. Now, the next question was, can NCSoft still demand Homecoming to be shut down? Simple and sweet, yes. NCSoft is always had and will continue to have the rights to demand Homecoming to be shut down. The agreement provides a framework under which Homecoming can operate the game in a way that complies with NCSoft's wishes and hopes of minimizing the chance that it will happen. We've had a really positive and productive relationship with NCSoft over the 4 years now, so we do not anticipate there being any issues. The next question, what does this mean for other servers that aren't Homecoming? NCSoft has granted Homecoming a limited license. Other servers are out of the scope, which means that this license is only for the Homecoming server. No other server is covered under this license. Now, the next question was, wasn't Homecoming working with some other servers? And their response was, our hope is that our license will help us consolidate our user base with City of Heroes fans from other servers. How they mean that, that's sort of hard to tell. Yeah, don't know if they're actually working with someone or if they want to sort of pull the, hey, we have the license, we're going to stay up longer. Who knows what can happen there? That's a gray area response. I'd like more information on that, on whether they're going to be helping other servers, what's going to be happening there. The next question was, what does this mean for development? Will Homecoming be able to go open source? Their response, development will continue and we will be expanding the development team under the terms of the license agreement. We do not anticipate moving away from the closed source development model. So they are not going to be opening up the source code for what they're doing. Now, what does this mean for live streaming and YouTubers? Live streaming and YouTube videos of gameplay footage on Homecoming will continue to be permitted. Monetized is also permitted, but all video content must be free to viewers to access, i.e. no paywall. So this means that if you're a YouTuber or a live streamer and you do a live stream for everyone, you're good. However, if you do a live stream or video that's meant only for your members, you cannot do that. It has to be available to everyone. You can't say, oh, you have to pay to be a member to see this City Heroes content. They're not allowing that. So that's good that they clarified that. It really helps me out. They also state that you need to follow the code of conduct that applies. The next question. Will there be any changes to the code of conduct in terms of service? The existing user agreement has been suppressed by our new terms of service. The code of conduct and private policies have also been revised, minor updates. So there are some updates to it. You'll want to read back over those. Does this impact my ability to play the game? Will my characters be deleted? Their response, there will be no rollback or resets of any kind, nor will there be any changes to our day-to-day operations. You can continue to play the game as long as you follow the terms of service and code of conduct. Will NCSoft have access to any of our personal data? Their response is no, they will not, which is a good thing. Will the management of Homecoming change in any way? Their response is yes, we'll be forming a leadership group, the City Council, to head up the project going forward. The City Council will include original Homecoming admin team, representatives from other servers we have been working with, which I really like that, and a few additional members from our game masters and development teams. Cypher will remain the project lead. I like the fact that in here they're going to have other server representatives. That's really good. I like that. Next question. How can I get involved with Homecoming? Are you recruiting developers and game moderators? They say yes and yes. Thank you for your interest. Hang out. Then they have links to the Game Master application form and the developer application form. And please note that in order to join the team, you'll be required to sign a contribution agreement covering confidentiality, which is basically saying a non-disclosure agreement. Please be aware that there is a chance we may receive far more applications than we can deal with in a timely manner. And it may take quite some time before we can respond to your application. So you'll definitely want, if you're interested in being a game master or a developer for Homecoming, you definitely want to click on the link below. Is Homecoming still going to be registered as a NPO, a nonprofit organization? And their response is this is something we are still intending to do. This process was not put on hold when the discussion reached an advanced stage, as changing our legal structure during the drafting process would have been an unnecessary complication, which is a smart move. It's better for them to, if they're going to renew their NPO, it's better that they put it on hold while they're in the final stages of the negotiations for license before re-upping the NPO or going for a for-profit corporation, depending on what happens with that license. But now that they have that information, things can go back to, they can go back to putting it as an NPO or whatever direction they want to take it. Overall, that is all of the information from the FAQs for this and stuff like that. I think this is really good. It is a step forward. I'm hoping that some of the other servers can get a license type agreement going on if they choose to go that direction and things like that. But this just makes it safer to know that Homecoming is not going to get hit with a cease and desist or anything like that. Comment down below with your thoughts on this and have a great day.